Welcome to the lesson on drawing Bohr diagrams for atoms. Most of this is going to be a review for you, but let's begin. So a Bohr diagram shows the number of electrons surrounding the nucleus in an atom. The Bohr diagram is named in honor of Niels Bohr, a Danish physicist who developed several models for showing the arrangement of electrons in atoms. Steps for drawing Bohr diagrams. For example, let's try drawing a Bohr diagram for an atom of potassium. Step 1, find the symbol, mass number, and atomic number for potassium on the periodic table. So the symbol is a uppercase K. The mass number is 39.1. The atomic number, the atomic mass is 39.1. So we round that to 39, and that 39 becomes the mass number of protons and neutrons. The atomic number is 19. Next, step 2, we calculate the number of neutrons by subtracting the atomic number from the mass number. So neutrons equals 39 minus 19, which equals 20. The atomic number equals number of protons, which equals 19, which also equals the number of electrons. Step 3, write the symbol for the element and the number of neutrons and the number of protons to represent the nucleus of the atom. So we have the uppercase K, 19 protons and 20 neutrons. The symbol and the protons and neutrons represent the nucleus. Then step 4, we draw a shell around the nucleus to represent the energy level occupied by an electron. Start with the first shell until it is full, then move to the second shell and third shell and so on if you need more. Each energy shell can hold a maximum number of electrons. So the first shell holds 2, the second shell holds 8, the third shell holds 8, and the fourth shell holds 18. For potassium, the number of electrons equals number of protons, which equals 19. So we draw the nucleus, then we start by drawing the first shell. The first shell holds 2 electrons, so we draw circles, dots to represent the electrons. You can put them at any location you really want to. There's no specific standard way of doing it. But I just put 2 at the top like that. Then we draw the second shell and we have to fill it up so it has a total of 8 because it can hold a maximum of 8. And that gives you a total of 2 plus 8, which is 10. There's 19 in total, so there's 9 left over, so we need another shell. The third shell holds 8. And now we've got a total of 18 electrons, but we have a total of 19 we need to fill. So we have one more. So we draw the final shell. The final shell holds 18, but we don't draw all 18. We just fill it up with the 1 electron that's left over. So if you count up all the electrons, it equals 19. And if you filled the shells correctly, then you've done it correctly. At this point, try drawing a Bohr diagram for lithium and oxygen on a separate sheet of paper. And you can pause the video and do that now. Okay, here are the diagrams. As long as you've drawn the shells correctly and the nucleus correctly and you put in the correct number of electrons, the diagram is fine. And if you've done it correctly, you're ready to move on. If not, you may need to ask me for some extra help, or you may need to review the video. That concludes the presentation. You are now ready to move on to the activity for this lesson.